Hello everyone, welcome to this new video of classes and objects. So this is the third video of the variables and it's a very important concept we will be discussing over here. So we have already discussed two types of variables, that is the instance variables and the local variables. And now we are going to see how the third type of the variables work. The third type of variables are called as the static variables. So before discussing about the third variable, that is the static variables, let's just check it out how they are accessible to us. Now, the most important concept. Let us assume class student. So for this class student, I will be taking a variable name. I will be taking just few variables, okay? String name I have taken. Then I will be taking int roll number. I will be taking a very important variable, that is string college name. Okay, I will be creating a method over here to display the details of the student or whatsoever it is. So I will be printing college name. I will be displaying all the details in the same statement because it doesn't make any difference to us for now. Plus roll number. Even if you want to find out the total marks, say assume or let me drop the concept right now. So I have displayed all of these three variables, okay? Now the very much important concept is that this variable is the instance variable, right? This is also the instance variable, and these variables do definitely require some objects to create, right? To give some values. So I will be creating here S1 new student and I will be giving some of the values to it. So college name, for example, is example ABC. S1 dot name is equal to Priya. S1 dot roll number, I'm not talking about the local variables for now. Up to now I haven't talked them about it. Okay, well, we have already discussed it, what are local variables, but in this examples I am not working for that right now. Similarly, I will be creating a new object now. This was the object S1 and now I will be working on for the second object, that is S2. S2, S2 and S2. So of course the college name will remain same because they are the students of the same college, okay? Akash. And then we have the roll number, say 202. Okay, so if you can notice, the college name remains same for both of the variables, for both of the objects. So can't we do something, that is we do not need to give this variable value every single time? Yes, we can do. What I will do, I will use a keyword over here, number 1 point static. Number 1 point is static, and then I can give it a value over here ABC. I can do that. But for static, what does it mean? When I have given this the keyword static over here with this variable, it means whenever I am supposed to use this variable, I do not need to use the objects to access this variable. If you can see over here, as soon as I have used the keyword static, the name will turn into italic something. See, I will be writing it as static and the name has turned up to in the italic formation. Why? But it is indicating us that it is not a need for you guys to just access the name using the object. How am I supposed to use the static name? I can simply use it with the class name. I can directly use it with the class name. What is the static concept now? Whenever the concept come up with the static concept, static means no objects associated with it. You can directly access those variables with the name of the class. Number one, very important point. Number second point, very much important is like overall now we have three types of variables: local, instance, and static. Okay. Number one point. Now, the local variables, that is, for example, I have shown you how the local variables work. Say here also, if I want to just display, I'll be using a for loop over here. So if I'm going to use like any of the value, like I want to display up to 5, I want to display a message. Say hi, for example. So this I is what over here? This I will be using as a local variable over here. Okay, so this is a local variable over here in this particular loop, in this particular block, we can say. The most important concept is these local variables are getting stored on the stack segment of the memory. Okay. Number second point, the instance variables, when we are coming up to the instance variables, because these variables are visible, accessible throughout the class, therefore these variables which are creating the copy of themselves, and then each of the object is associated with the copies of that variable, these variables are stored on the memory called as the heap memory. Number third, very much important point, the static variables. The static variables, we do not need to create, we do not need to access these variables through different objects. Why? Because there will not be creating any kind of, see, like the instance variables, the different copies are getting distributed among different objects. When it comes to the static concept now, it does not have any copies. It is the single value which is associated with the particular value, and that will be accessible to each of the object. I can show you that with an example. So see, for example, the college name is what? ABC, right? I am not giving any of the values through here. Let me just show you. So if I have provided it a value, right? So now what I will be doing is I will be calling s1 dot display method, s2 dot display method. Okay, now please pay a keen attention over here. Student S1 has given the values Priya and 101 to these two variables, right? Student S2 has given these two values over here into these two variables, right? College name will remain same, ABC, for both of them. Let me just execute it for now. Correct? Now, if I am not giving it a value right now here, I've just declared it as it is a static variable. Now, if I will be giving a value to it, ABC, okay, so I have given it a value. I can, by the way, access it using the object. There is no issue then in that. But see, you can see the warning coming over here. It should be accessed in a static way, that is using the class name. Now, I have given this variable a value using the S1 object. It means, according to the old rule, if it is a variable, it should not get the value for S2 object, right? But see, the S2 object जिसने इसको कोई value भी नहीं दी हुई है, still is getting the same value. Why? क्योंकि this is a static variable and its copies are not getting distributed. There is no copy. It will be the single value remained throughout the class, and each of the object will be accessing this only, the same copy. Now, if S1 has given it the name ABC, if S2 wants to change it, S2 dot college name is equal to XYZ. अगर S2 ने उसकी नाम चेंज कर दिया, let us now see what happens. See, the last updated value जो है वो उसने display कर दी. Okay, so this is the difference between the local, the instance, and the static variables. Hope you guys understand the concept of the variables. Thank you very much.